Alright. Alright, guys. So, sorry about the no videos yesterday. I was updating my systems, and I have several systems, which is quite involved, and one of them still is playing up. Damn OBS! But anyway, let's jump into it. So, Hillary Clinton asked Trump... What? Huh? Hillary Clinton, Trump asked a foreign power to help him win an election again. Not exactly. Not exactly what he did, not whatsoever. You gotta love the PR spin, the load of crap that mainstream media tries to push. So, what actually happened? So, Rudy Giuliani has asked the Ukraine government to hand over information regarding an investigation into Joe Biden's son. Joe Biden's son, and whatnot. So, what's so not? So, at the end of the day, what Trump is actually doing here is he's actually urging Ukraine to investigate former Vice President Joe Biden. Not really. Ukraine is already investigating former Vice President Joe Biden. What Trump is actually asking for is the documentation. Now, at the end of the day, if Joe Biden has done something wrong, why are we not investigating it? If Joe Biden and his son has done something shonky in the Ukraine, for example, why are we not interested in this? Could it possibly be that the deep state is worried that Joe Biden might get knocked out of the election because of his ties with his son and the Ukraine and their shonky dealings that possibly go on? But then that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, they're trying to make it that they're trying to set up this narrative that Trump asked a foreign power for help to win the election. Because that's the only way he wins elections, and because at the end of the day, they can then try and run that on impeachment. But it's a load of crap. It really, really is. It's the equivalent of, for example, say I did some shonky dealings over in the UK, and the UK was investigating me. And the US then turns around and says, well, hang on, this is the Australia turns around and says, hang on, this is an Australian citizen. I want some dealings. I want some information on this situation myself, because we might go through and try and prosecute him on these shonky dealings that he's been doing. So they're simply asking for a flow of information from the Ukraine to, in this case, Australia, but in this case, the US. And that's what it's about. I do find it really, really weird that the deep state has their tits in a spin over Joe Biden being investigated by the Ukraine and by the US asking for cooperation in that investigation. Maybe it's like they've got something to hide. But yeah, let's jump into the story. The president asked a foreign power to help him win an election. No, he asked a foreign power to give information on an investigation they're conducting themselves. Again, the former Secretary of State tweeted, referring to Trump's call in 2016 of Russia, raised for Russia to look into Clinton's deleted emails. So Clinton tweeted, including a video of Giuliani's comments on CNN Cuomo primetime Chute on Thursday, when Chris Cuomo pressed the former New York mayor over conversations he had with Ukraine official about Biden's possible role in the government's demisal of a prosecutor who had investigated the former vice president's son, Hunter. So you have a elected official who was demised. God knows what that means in Ukraine. But yeah, government's dismissal. Of a government's dismissal of a prosecutor. So here is Joe Biden's son, Hunter, who has been investigated for his role in the dismissal of a government prosecutor who had investigated Joe Biden's son. But don't look at the whole story, all right? This is Trump asking a foreign power to help him win an election, apparently. Which is a really, really interesting spin when it's more about the shonky dealings of Joe Biden and his family. You know, let's ignore that aspect of it, and let's just go through and just talk about Trump getting help to win from Russia. NDI seems to want to crash my new update for OBS, but anyway. But yeah, completely mind-boggling, completely stupid way of looking at this. But I suppose they're desperate to win an election, so you can't really blame them. Did you ask Ukraine to investigate Joe Biden? Kamal asked Gamali. No, actually I didn't. Done. Case closed. Matter solved. Right? So why is the headline Trump asked a foreign power to help him win the election? If they've literally turned around in this and said, no, I didn't ask them to help me win the election. Did you ask them to investigate? No, I didn't. Right, so why is the headline? Because people only read headlines these days. But anyway. The Ukraine investigate the allegations that were interference in the 2016 election by the Ukraine for benefit for Hillary Clinton, for which there is already a court finding, Julie responded. So, no, I actually didn't. I asked the Ukraine to investigate the allegations that there was interference in the election of 2016 by the Ukrainians for the benefit of Hillary Clinton. I wonder why she doesn't want people to investigate Joe Biden and his son and their dealings with the Ukraine. When there is allegations there is interference in the 2016 election by Ukrainians for the benefit of the same person who is cracking a fruit over Trump supposedly asking in a foreign... She's literally accusing Trump of doing the exact same thing that she has been accused of doing. There is evidence to support her asking Ukraine or getting help from Ukraine to win the 2016 election. Well, try to anyway. She still lost. And her response now is, oh my God, Trump is seeking... You did the same thing. You literally did the same thing. Even taking your claims at base level, which they're factually inaccurate. Even if Trump did what you said he did, which he didn't, then at the end of the day, you did the exact same thing in 2016. But guess what? Trump's not even doing it. You went to level 10 on getting help from a foreign power, right? Ukraine, level 10. Let's go through and help me win the election. What Trump is simply asking, and it's not actually Trump, it's Giuliani, but anyway, but what Giuliani is actually asking for is the information in regarding this investigation. Oh my God, frigging cocksure, the person that might be wrapped up in this might actually be scared. They might find something about her asking Ukraine to help her win an election. Like, don't get me wrong, Joe Biden's son on this, he's just the package boy, right? No one really cares about Joe Biden's son. No one really cares about Joe Biden per se. He's not going to win against Trump, okay? But at the end of the day, the person that's kicking up the dirt about this the most, and kicking up the dirt is a really good analogy because that's what she's doing, it's all a smokescreen, is her who supposedly asked the country, who she's accusing Trump of doing, to do the same thing for her back in 2016. People in glass houses, Hillary should not throw Clintons. But anyway. So, you never asked anything about Hunter Biden. You never asked anything about Joe Biden and with his role with the prosecutor. The only thing I asked about Joe Biden is to get to the bottom of how that was. So did you ask Ukraine to look into Joe Biden? Of course I did, Giuliani said. Of course he did. Because at the end of the day, him and his son were helping or working with Ukraine, possibly. We don't know, we want to know. To help win the 2016 election. You know, the same thing you accuse Trump of doing. Jesus Christ. When asked about his contradicting answer, Giuliani said, I didn't ask for Biden to be investigated specifically, but I asked Ukraine to look into the allegations that related to my client, which transgenically involved Joe Biden in a massive bribery scheme. Why would we not want to investigate a massive bribery scheme against Joe Biden? Really?
Asked Friday if he discussed the former vice president with Ukraine. President, I'm going to butcher that name. Trump said it doesn't matter what I discussed, but someone should look into Biden. During the 2016 campaign, the then candidate Trump called on Russia, China, and others to to turn over Hillary Clinton's emails. You know, the ones that she deleted, the 30,000 of them. Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find those 30,000 emails that are missing, Trump said in July 2016. The White House press secretary, Sean Spicer, later said Trump was joking when he publicly asked Russia to hack his Democrat rival. He didn't ask him to hack the Democrat rival. He said, if you've got those emails, let us know. That's basically what he said. He did not say anything about how to get them. It might be semantics, but god damn it, it's important. Right? But at the end of the day, this line here is important because they want you to think a foreign power hacked the DNC, when it's actually more likely that it was done locally with a USB drive, considering the file size and the transfer rates. We know the transfer rates because there's timestamps on the file creations. You can work out from them and how big the files are, how fast the file transfers were, and boy damn, that is some fast internet you guys have over in America if you think that's right. That, to me, is more like a USB going into a USB 2 or USB 3 drive. Port. That's what that looks like to me. And if it's over USB speeds, baby, that ain't your internet. Okay? That's local area network, not WAN. Wide area network. But anyway. But yeah, as for this, look, obviously CNN's trying to push the narrative because politics, and because they're no longer journalists, they're just activists. So, who is actually technically surprised by this? Me, personally not. But guys, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you think at the end of the day, Giuliani was wrong to ask this? Or do you think that we should be investigating Joe Biden, his son, and their ties to Russia, Ukraine, with the 2016 election with Hillary Clinton supposedly getting help from Ukraine to win the election? I think it's important. But let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Apart from that, guys, obviously this video has been helpful. Please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, we'll see you in the next demonetized video for the day. There's going to be 2 more videos. There's 3 videos today. We're trying to do 3 videos a day. So, yeah, computer upgrades notwithstanding. But let's jump into the next video. So we'll see you guys soon.